Hello and welcome back to We're Talking Tea. Tonight we'll be getting into the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion part 2. And our drink of the night, I didn't give it a name, but it's a spin on the green tea. It is Crown Apple with peach schnapps with sweet and sour lemonade and a splash of Sprite. So y'all might have to help me give it a name because I haven't given a name yet. Okay, so let's get into it. It started off with where it left off at from last week. It was K. Michelle and Shamia going at it. Cynthia joins the couch. Andy gives Cynthia a rundown of everything that has happened, and then they went straight into where they left off. So Kay and Shamia's situation, it was them getting into it about the ladies that's from Atlanta but not a part of the show. And Shamia was just saying it was always me and you they went to dinner. And at the dinner, things got a little heated. And Portia was like, it seems like you were already trying to isolate K. Michelle from the rest of the ladies in the group. Like you was trying to just make sure she had her loyalty towards you and not to us, when you knew deep down inside other ladies did not care for her. And that's what K. Michelle's situation is like. We already know the Toya, the Rashida, the Candy, all of them is the reason why K. Michelle and Shamia have issues, because Candy is friends with Shamia. K. Michelle don't like Candy and her friends. So that was the whole situation. So that's what happened when they were at dinner. But it seemed like nobody was really telling the truth, because K. Michelle was going in on certain stuff that she was saying, calling Portia Jezebel and all that stuff. Her mom calling Portia Jezebel and stuff. And then Shamia was saying how that wasn't true. And how about you say X, Y, and Z? Because she said the timing was off. She was like, you was telling people that all this happened at 2 a.m. in the morning when it was actually 11:50, making it seem like my mom was just always just in the streets and out all time of night and stuff hanging with me. And that's not the case. So she also said that she, when it came down to the Jezebel part, she said, Kay said, Portia's mom called Shamia's dad and asked him if he could come over and fix some pipes. We don't know if that's true or not true. That's just what K. Michelle said. Kelly also said that other ladies on the couch was interfering with the friendship, when that wasn't the case. We already know who's interfering with the friendship. Rashida, Candy, and I guess Toya maybe. So why would Kelly say it's the other ladies on the couch? She just want to point blame to the ladies on the couch. I'm going to need you to stop, Kelly. Then she said she said the other ladies on the couch, which is Cynthia, Phaedra, Drew, and Portia, don't have brick and mortar, so they don't understand what it's like to have a brick and mortar, but they have successful businesses. In which I think Cynthia do have a brick and mortar, and I do think Phaedra have a brick and mortar. But who are you to say that they don't know what it's like? A business is a business, and all is all in how you run your business. Cynthia is making music, which in one of the episodes, I really thought that was Cynthia's voice that I heard, and come to find out, it was Cynthia's voice that I heard. So her and LaPrince is making EDM music, and she is currently not looking at wedding bells no time soon with LaPrince. Pinky talked about her bankruptcy as she used it as a tool, but they were saying that you still lost money for your investors. But she was just getting too defensive for me. Like every time, nobody really had a reason to talk to Pinky other than for this situation. I think they might have talked to her one time last episode. But she was just getting very defensive. But baby, they were right. You're trying to say that, and don't get me wrong, she mentioned that a lot of businesses file for bankruptcy. You are absolutely right. But they don't broadcast it. So I guess that's just something that you felt like you needed to talk about being on this show. I guess so. But like, you don't have to do all that. You're doing too much. Phaedra said, so then it came out clear that Phaedra never said she ate meat. It was Kelly that said that she ate meat, and Kelly apologized to Pinky for saying that. Also, Shamia apologized for saying certain stuff that she didn't say, but Pinky still refused to apologize to Phaedra for accusing her of saying it or going and saying that she eat dead people and all that kind of stuff. She just refused to apologize for that. Then she said Phaedra went to the higher ups on her. And Andy was like, well, if Phaedra wanted to go to the higher ups, she have my phone number personally and she have access to everybody in New York. And she did not go to the higher ups on you. I don't know what made you think that she was. Some kind of way something was said where she felt like she needed to go to the higher ups, but she didn't. I don't know. I don't understand what beef Pinky have with Phaedra. Because it seemed like off Jump Street, she had an issue with Phaedra. And they just seemed like they could never get along. And don't seem like they're trying to bury the hatchet either. Pinky is saying that she's willing to bury the hatchet. She don't hold anything. But why aren't you willing to apologize for the way you handled things in this season? I don't know. She did say that her show Edgewood has been picked up by a major network. So that's a good thing for her. Portia took a lie detector test talking about the situation with Kelly, with the married man, that's the pastor. And George said, so the situation with George. I think I'm going to go into a new episode for We're Talking Tea because I'm already into 7 minutes and I want it to be a part 2. So I'm going to stop it here and start a new one.